By now, you should be getting excited about what's possible for you.
People want the biggest secret? I'm giving it to you. Care more than anybody else, because we are in a world where you don't feel like people care. And by the time you get to the offer, they're saying to themselves, yes, I'm in.
You know how to get from here to there. And that's all this whole thing's about. The value's not in the page, in the funnel, in the ad. The value is you. You are the gift to this world that you're called to serve.
There's something for everyone, and there's people that need to learn from the best version of you.
But all that starts with you starting. And I can't do that part for you.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Surprise. Oh man, like it's a bonus day. It was on the page. So some of you guys were like, hey, is there a bonus day? What's going on? I thought we were done. And the challenge is officially over, guys. I feel like we done did it. I know that's not good English at all. And my mom would be very upset. My mom is very into, proper English, and done did it is definitely not that. But so I flew home. I'm back home, back in my office, in my what feels to be now I've got studio envy. Hashtag studio envy. Woke up this morning, came into my office, didn't have Holly bringing me coffee, didn't have 5 video guys following me around. I'm like, oh, I guess it's back to my real life. Oh, okay. All right. And my real life, guys, ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. But I'm back home in Orange County this morning, flew home in time for my daughter's 22nd birthday. With this challenge framework, if you follow the advice we're giving you, you can create time freedom, financial freedom, fulfillment, and you can do this anywhere. Because I'm gonna be in Portugal, Europe, for 2 months this summer. 2 months this summer. Won't skip a beat with the business and serving people and helping people. This is such a cool way. Here we are on Zoom and Avio, and just amazing, guys, that we live in a time and age. My grandparents didn't have this opportunity. My parents didn't even have this opportunity. They kind of do now a little bit, but they're in their 70s, and they're enjoying their life now. They worked hard, they saved, they made a few decent investments. But our grandparents didn't have this. They had to go, they were very limited geographically. They were limited technology. You understand that, there's no more gatekeepers. It's kind of a unique way to start this day, bonus day. There's no more gatekeepers. The phone in your pocket, the phone you're sitting on, the phone you might be watching this on allows you to speak directly to the entire world. Nothing is holding you back. You don't need a publisher. You don't need to get picked up by nobody has to think you're amazing to give you a shot. You get to give yourself a shot. Nobody put me on. I didn't get signed to a book deal. I was not discovered. Nobody pushed me out to the world. I'm like, you know what? I just started doing my thing. So, I want to just encourage you guys that it's all right here. Everything that you need to win and win big in life on all levels, financially, fulfillment, is available, and literally it's in our pockets, leveraging this technology. And we just believe that this challenge framework we've been sharing you, the secrets, the challenge secrets, is the glue, the mechanism that puts it all together. So guys, we are due here for a bonus session. So not a lot of, there will be no new content today. How many of you guys are a little bit relieved about that? Let's go, whoo, relieved. Because you're still digesting what you've received this week. I would love to do a couple things this morning. I would love to, one, give you guys a chance to ask me any question you want. Anything that you've seen this week, whether it's entrepreneurship, offers, challenges, designs. I'd love to give you a chance to ask questions about what you've seen this week. I'd love to clarify questions that we're getting about the next step, the intensive, and I'd also love to answer any questions and then we have a couple of people coming in to share their challenge stories with you. And to have a couple of little case studies. These are not testimonials. These are case studies. We're going to be able to, be able to go a little deeper, and they're going to talk about kind of their challenges and how they came up with some things and kind of how they overcame a few little obstacles. So we're going to have fun today too, guys. It's kind of a casual Saturday morning. Congratulations. I want to commend you guys for being here on a Saturday morning. You can be doing some other stuff, but good on you for being here, investing a little bit more time into really going on this journey with us. And for many of you, you're still deciding about what the next step is. So just so we're clear, I want to go ahead. Hey guys, back in studio. Some of you guys are kind of been a little bit out of pocket a few days. Life got in the way. Things maybe got busy for you. So Spanny, can you put up just the one slide real quick? I want you guys to all know, because some of you guys may have missed this, but now the challenge is over. We have done what you're going to do when your challenge is over. You're going to invite people to go on the next step with you. If you're running this challenge well, how many of you guys would say you think that we probably ran the challenge well this week and we did a good job this week? Okay. So here's what will happen when you do a good job with your challenge. Many people, not all the people, hey, newsflash, okay, spoiler alert. You don't need everybody in the challenge to buy from you to live an amazing life. You don't need everybody to buy to live an amazing life and help a lot of people. Is that good news? Can I tell you the other side of that conversation? This is a little bit like, this is like a deeper level of truth that I would want you to feel. The facts are you don't need everyone to buy. In fact, even a small percentage of people that take your next step could mean a fortune for you, even a small number moving forward. Okay. So I love how Richmond said it's not a numbers game. Obviously, we're dealing with numbers here, but some of you are going to have your biggest months ever. Watch this. Some of you are going to have your biggest income months ever by running a challenge with 3, 4 people. And you're going to end up maybe flipping it to that one-on-one challenge. And you're going to end up serving 3 or 4 people for that week. And you're going to make them an offer. And you're going to have your biggest month ever with 3 or 4 people, maybe 2 people. Okay. But let me just finish the thought I was having there, which was this. While you certainly don't need everyone to buy from you and move on to your next step, to have a great life and serve a lot of people, can I tell you how I would want you to feel at the end of your 5-day challenge? Can I share with you kind of the feeling that I would want you to have when you finish your 5-day challenge? Here's the honest feeling I have every single time I do this. On some level, I believe and expect everyone to move forward. And my mindset is everyone's moving forward. Now, I know the numbers, those aren't the numbers, but emotionally, how I feel after showing up and serving this hard, this deep for 5 days and pouring out this much virtue and time and value, I just feel like, oh, everyone's doing this. Everyone's moving forward. Like, I don't see how anybody would not want to keep moving forward. So initially in the early days of doing challenges, I had this huge emotional roller coaster because in my mind, I'm like, if I had 100 people in the challenge, I'm like, all 100 are doing this. We're all going to move forward together. And, the number ended up being about 20 or 30 of them move forward, which was incredible, and then launched our entire movement. So just one thing about this framework, just know this, you're going to serve. You're going to make a huge impact. Not everyone's going to move forward. And that's just life. That's just timing. Some people may not even see the offer. They may have missed out. They'll come back potentially. But it doesn't take everyone to create an amazing life of fulfillment, purpose, revenue. And so just so we guys know what's happening, we have for the first time ever and the only time ever, okay? Russell and I are inviting you to the next step. If you're like, hey, Pedro, this has been awesome. I'd like some more. How many guys don't ever want to come across as a high pressure, manipulative salesperson. You don't want to be that guy or that gal. Yeah, guess what? Me neither. Okay? And I'm so grateful to Barry Bumgarner, because this is literally, I learned this from Barry, because I used to struggle a little bit too, making that transition, to like inviting people to the next step. And it's just so weird because, like, how many of you know that like you can really help people? How many of you just honestly believe that the people that you can help are better off having you in their life than not? Just put in the chat, #better, 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 #better. Guys, I feel the same way. I just believe that people are better off when I'm in their life than not. If they're on the journey of serving people and launching, growing, scaling businesses, if they're on their journey of developing, I have some faith-based business training as well, as you guys may know. Like if they're into any of that stuff, I just believe and know this to be true. People are better off when I'm in their life than not. So if you believe that about your people, then it's just normal and natural to give them an invitation to stay connected to you in the next step in the process. And so here's some great language to pick up from yesterday. I love what Dean did yesterday, guys. How many guys love the kind of the perspective that Dean put a nice capper on this? So cool. So here's the thing. If some of you guys were like, man, Pedro, like I'm just still a little bit like not sure about that next piece. I always get so tongue-tied, or I always get so nervous when it comes to make the offer. Here's the simple invitation. I'll just do a version of it right now. Hey guys, have these 5 days been amazing? Just put amazing in the chat. Put amazing in the chat. Are you seeing how you're finally now in momentum, making progress? Put progress in the chat. Put progress in the chat. And so for many of you, you're now in momentum, you're now making progress. I'd love to invite you into the next step. If you'd like to stay in momentum, keep making progress, if you'd like some more help from Russell and myself and other friends of mine, then I'd like to invite you to the Challenge Secrets Intensive. And here's what it looks like. 1 full day live workshop happening May 25th. Our Challenge Secrets Intensive, a 1-day workshop. Think about how much progress you've made being here for an hour, hour and a half a day for 5 days in a row. Think about how much progress you made. And now imagine stacking all that and doing an immersive 1-day experience where you're gonna bring in all your notes, all your ideas, and I'm going to actually help you guys put all that together. And you're going to leave that day with your first or next challenge designed, mapped out. What is the big idea? What is the name? What is the content? What are you offering? How to make the transition into the invitation of the offer. Literally, how to set up your first few social media posts to get people coming in. How many guys would love to take 1 day and know that you can show up for 1 day, put the cell phones away, put distractions away, and in 1 day, not have a to-do list, but have this whole thing done 1 day? I mean, that'd be cool. That's why it's right there, guys. The Challenge Secrets 1-day workshop. It's a workshop. It's a workshop. Okay, so we're going to be doing that live. That is a huge part of this. Plus, you're also going to, that's a $5,000 value. Plus, you're going to get my brand new course, Challenge Secrets. So you can watch this training on demand. That's a $5,000 value. How many of you know that that the offer you want to create could be up-leveled quite a bit? You want to make it truly irresistible. I have a worksheet for that. And how many of you guys would love a little bit more coaching or feedback on how to really dial in your ideal dream customer, your customer avatar, your ideal who? How many of you guys know that you're still a little hazy? Well, guess what? I got a worksheet for that. We're going to be using both those worksheets that day together in the workshop. That's in here as well. And then we got 3 amazing bonuses. Actually, Russell threw in some other bonuses that were bonkers. If you guys, one question that I have been getting a lot is, Pedro, I joined on Thursday. I joined on Thursday. The first second you opened it, I joined Thursday. I'm so sad. I saw a post. I was like, I'm so sad I joined Thursday because I saw that Russell made a bonus that for people that joined on Friday. And I'm like, guys, don't worry. It doesn't matter when you joined. You joined on third. We would never punish you for taking action early. We would never punish you for joining sooner. That makes no sense. So nothing to fear. Don't worry about anything. All the bonuses that got dropped on Friday, and maybe the one that is about to be dropped right now for me, you guys get all of that. So don't worry at all. Okay. So we know that many of you, the biggest concern many of you have is, will anybody show up? How many of you have been concerned? Pedro, I would totally do a challenge, but what if nobody shows up? I don't have the money for ads. I don't know how to run ads. No problem. We knew that. I know that. No one's trained more people on challenges on the planet than me. And I am working with thousands of you. I know this concern. So what did I do? I went to a friend of mine and who I know is an expert at getting free organic traffic from social media into challenges. And he put a bonus in and he'll be training. He'll be going even deep. And that bonus is already there in the program. And we'll be going a little bit step deeper, even at our 1-day intensive. Okay. So you guys have a bonus to see how to get all the free traffic you want and need into your challenge. And then how many guys have the other concern? Well, what if only 1 or 2 people show up? I think that's even a bigger concern than if no one shows up. If no one shows up, no harm, no foul, like it never happened. Just be like, oh, never mind. But what if only 2 people show up? And to be very transparent, I did not have an answer for that other than, well, just do it anyways. But isn't that kind of a little bit awkward? A little bit kind of awkward, like maybe talking to 2 people. And I would say, hey, do it on Zoom. I would say, do it on Zoom. Don't go, don't use a Facebook group. Do it in Zoom. But then like this idea of doing a one-on-one challenge, I was like, oh my gosh, that really is the best answer I've ever seen to that question. So between the fear of not having anybody show up, which I think we completely have helped you solve that concern. And really the bigger concern is, what if only 1 or 2 or 3 people show up? The one-on-one challenge solves that. We're going to be doing we're going to be showing you guys how to structure and how to actually do the one-on-one challenge on live in our May 25th event. Okay. We're going to take probably half an hour and show you guys that, because I think for many of you, how many of you that has been a huge game changer for you mindset wise? You're like, dude, I'm in. Like, I can do this now. 100%. I'm telling you guys, I've seen people gripped with fear because of that concern. And now what a cool way. So we're going to show you guys how to do a one-on-one challenge. That's not even on this, but that's happening on that live event, May 25th. Pedro, what if I can't come live next Thursday? Don't worry. You should. Try, do the best you can. If you have a job, let them know you need that day off. Pedro, I can't take days off. Well, should I call in sick? Hey, I'm not going to recommend that you lie, but try to be there. Try to get there. Try to be there live. Get a babysitter. Do what you can. Do what you can to be there live. But if for some reason you just absolutely can't, understand this. We're going to give you guys a recording as quickly as possible. I'm promising it to you by Saturday. My goal is to get it to you by the very next day, Friday. Okay? So if you can't be live, there you go. We also know some of you are not beginners. Some of you guys are already doing 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. We got people in here doing 7 figures. And I went to John Parks, the guy that runs the traffic team for Russell. They've spent over $10 million in ads, the challenges. And he gave us a bonus that's already in the program waiting for you. Plus, I'm going to have him do a deep dive even further in the next couple of weeks, because some of you guys want to scale with ads quickly. And then, of course, Barry Baumgartner is going to break down for you guys her 3-day virtual event blueprint, because some of you are going to go, you want to go challenge the 3-day event and go straight to high ticket. How many of you would love to do some serious high ticket sales with ever having to do sales calls? That is the only way to do it. The only way that I'm aware of to go from complete stranger to a high ticket customer within about a week or less and never doing sales calls is with going challenge to virtual event. There's no other way to do it. There's just no other way to do it. Because most people are going to need a very high level of assurance and connection to you before they give you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 plus dollars. And usually that level of assurance comes on a one-on-one phone call. Am I right about this? And the only substitute for that level of personal assurance of one-on-one is through massively serving them in a challenge and then into an immersive 1 day or 3 day virtual event. So that's also part of it. Then Russell threw in some other crazy bonuses, like hot seats that he threw in a bonus where he broke down his entire Your First Funnel Challenge in the inner circle. That's a $50,000 mastermind. He is going to give you guys the recordings of that. Plus, I did about 12-hour-long challenge hot seats in his $25,000 coaching program. He's put that in, and I'm going to add a special bonus here because I realize that some of you have joined the program, but maybe weren't part of the VIP. And so you guys may not have a challenge funnel template. So I'm going to give you guys, all of you, VIP or not VIP, all of you, I'm going to add one of my favorite, if not my favorite challenge that we've ever done. It's our 31-day wisdom challenge. I just ran it in January, had 75,000 people in it. And I'm going to share that funnel template with all of you. And it is, I think, the prettiest, beautifully laid out, and also some of the best, it was one of the best converting funnels we've ever built. So I'm going to go and give that to you guys as well as a share funnel. And I'm going to give it to you guys in both 2.0 as well as in classic. So whether you're a 2.0 user or a classic user, it doesn't matter. I'm going to drop that funnel. Guys, that funnel has done millions of dollars of revenue. And we just launched for the first time ever a membership site on the back. How many of you guys want to do membership? You want to do a membership program? I use that funnel to launch a membership from $0 to a 7-figure membership. And I only made the offer for a couple of days. That's the funnel I used. I just saw your face, Tish. Tish Fletcher was like this. You're not wrong, Tish. You're not wrong. So guys, this offer is well over $20,000 of value, like real value. That's not like marketing shenanigans. That's real value. And it's all available to you guys. You can start for as low as $397. And that offer is here and available through the weekend. The recordings, another question we're getting a lot of. Pedro, I'm a few days behind. Life got busy, da-da-da-da. Guys, we're going to keep those recordings up through the weekend. Would that be okay if we gave you guys 2 more full days? Okay. All right. Then they're going to come down. And they really are going to come down because that's what I want you to do. Here's how I'm running this challenge and with Russell. We are doing exactly what we would want you to do. We're not going to tell you to do one thing and do the other. So we are modeling exactly what we believe you should do as well. And if you don't pull the recordings down, then people are like, oh, the recordings never came down, so I don't need to watch this stuff. So we really are going to pull these down Sunday at midnight. So, and this offer goes away when the challenge ends. So definitely take advantage of this. I'm already, just full disclosure, I don't want you guys upset with Pedro or Russell. Like full disclosure, we are already building the funnel to make this offer through a different kind of front end, and it is a $6,000 offer. This exact same offer is already a funnel is being built when this challenge ends, and it's going to be a $6,000 offer, which is still insane value. So when we tell you guys this really is a special, one time only, just know that's not marketing speak. That's real talk. Okay. So that is just what I want you guys to know. It's available. We're going to get in some questions about all kinds of stuff. And let me let you guys know, I'm joined this morning by the wonderful, the amazing, the caring, compassionate, funny, super helpful, beautiful, one of my favorite people. Holly Peel is in the house on a Saturday. Holly, what is up?
with that introduction, I started to think, funny, maybe it's not me. Who else has he got beside him? But hi, that was the best intro you have maybe ever given me. I feel very special.
That is for sure the best intro I've ever given you. And I was like, you know what? Holly has been with me all week in Boise. Guys, let's just talk about, I don't want to, man, I'm going to get in trouble. Let's just say this. If it wasn't for Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels, I don't think I have a need to go to Boise, Idaho. I mean, nothing against Boise. I'm just being real. Like, I live in an amazing place right by the ocean, Orange County, California. There's nothing wrong with Boise at all. It's just definitely, I'd rather stay home. But Holly left her family as well to be with me in Boise at the, who knew that the epicenter, the mecca of all things online marketing would come out of Boise, Idaho. But there it is. There it is. And
I mean, I thought it was beautiful. He's just over here like, wanting to stay in OC, which he's not wrong for wanting to do that. But Boise was beautiful.
Boise is beautiful. If it's like, I like the ocean. I'm an ocean guy. Some people are like lakes and mountains and trails. I don't care about lakes and trails. I'm not going to hike. And why would I want a lake if I could be by the ocean? Right? That's just my view. But hey, listen, we're all different. We're all different. Enough about Boise. But we did have an amazing couple dinners, though.
We did.
And the ClickFunnels team, shout out to the ClickFunnels team, guys. Hey, blow up this chat. Help me thank the ClickFunnels team and Russell, guys, for putting this on. So Holly, let's take some questions. And we got some people that you're going to hear from today. We're going to get into it, guys.
We
a little bit more relaxed this morning. We're just hanging out on a Saturday. It's okay if I'm a little bit more just chill mode. Like, I'm not in like presenter mode. I'm not in trying to like, you know what I mean? I'm just chilling Saturday morning. I love Saturday mornings. Can we just hang out a little bit? Some of you guys are seeing me answer questions in the Facebook group. Some of you guys are posting your challenge ideas, posting your images of your challenge. And then you see a comment from Pedro that says, hey, I would change this, tweak that. You thought about this. And some of you guys think maybe I had this amazing team. That is me.
Nope. It's really him.
Investing time in this Facebook group, giving feedback on stuff that you guys are posting. Because I just, one, I'm in this to serve you guys at the highest level possible. And two, I love to reward action takers. I'd write that down. Action is always rewarded. That's the note to take away. Action is always rewarded. I would write that down. Action is always rewarded.
That's good.
Sometimes it's rewarded immediately. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, but nothing is wasted. I can tell you right now, there's one thing I'm not good at a lot of things. In fact, I'm terrible at most things. I'm actually only really good at a very small number of things. If you want to know the list of things I'm terrible at, my wife is upstairs. I can go grab her and she would be happy to take the next hour and tell you the entire list of things that I am horrible at. I'm only good at a few things. Hey, this should be very comforting to all of you. Isn't it nice to know you can live an amazing life and suck at 99% of things? It's true. I'm only good at a handful of things. One of them is I'm an action taker. You want to be an action taker. So that's just something, guys. That's something, just real talk. I've learned to take action on whatever step I have. And I take action with whatever I'm able to take action on. I have another kind of writer downer. It's what's in my hand. What's in my hand? What is in your hand, my friends? So often our mind is so focused on what we do not have. And you can't multiply zero. Even 100 million times zero is still zero. Not even God can multiply zero. So we can't build from zero. So we can't start this journey together by you telling me what you don't have. If you tell me what you don't have, I don't have this, I don't have that. Expect this from me. I'm going to come right back and say, well, my friend, what do you have? What is in your hand? You got something. No, Pedro, I got nothing. No, I'm sorry to tell you, you got something. You have something that you can use. Now, you may not be aware of what you have in your hand. You may not be aware of your something, but you have something. Nobody has nothing. I'd write that down. Nobody has nothing. Nobody has nothing. Everybody has something. And that something that you have can be multiplied if you use it correctly. All right. All right. If I go for another minute, I'm going to end up preaching. And it's Saturday.
This is good.
Okay. All right. All right. Holly, let's take some questions. And Holly, I don't even know who's coming in when.
Yeah. So I've been kind of working with them in the background, and I'm taking some of the questions and kind of giving them to those who I think can answer them best. So if we could maybe go to Yinka first.
Oh, man.
To hear from Yinka, and she's going to hit some of the questions that are coming in that I think she can answer to best. So I know that we'll get her pulled up, and I'll let you intro her if you want to do that.
Let's get Yinka pulled up. Guys, if you're watching this, you do not have to. We're going to be for about an hour and a half. Like we'll go another hour. So it'll be like a 90-minute broadcast. You're going to meet some awesome people. One of the coolest things about this, when you step out and you do your thing, some of your coolest friends and relationships you're going to make are going to be clients of yours that you would have never met if you didn't step into this. Some of my most richest experience and relationships, by rich, I don't mean money. I mean truly like treasure, are people that I would have never met if it wasn't for stepping forward. And you're going to meet some amazing people when you do this. And so, guys, you don't have to wait to the end of this. ChallengeSecretsMasterclass.com/special. At any time, if you have not yet joined us, you're like, all right, I'm doing this. Just open a new window, open a new browser, grab your phone, do whatever, and then just pop in and join. You don't have to wait to the end of the broadcast to join and sign up. Okay. Yinka, I talked about her yesterday. Yinka is a self-proclaimed, I didn't label her. I don't like labeling people unless it's but Yinka is self-proclaimed introvert. I met Yinka maybe a year or two, maybe, I don't know, a couple years ago. And I love her story, and you're going to get to hear from her today. So guys, blow up this chat. Help me welcome my good friend Yinka to our bonus Super Saturday Challenge Secrets Edition. Yinka, good morning. How are you?
Hi, Pedro. I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Well, it's been a good week, a busy week, and you've run a few challenges. So you know how I'm feeling on a Saturday morning. But Yinka, I love your story because one, self-proclaimed introvert. How many of you guys would identify as shy, introverted, maybe not a overly loud people person, big, right? So Yinka, I think your story is going to help a lot of people. So just give us a little bit of backstory, where you were, kind of what you were up to before, and then kind of how we met and what happened, and then kind of where things are at now.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for having me, Pedro. As you said, I'm Yinka. I run a business that supports women in business to build wealth in and through their businesses. And I love to be able to give that introduction because before Challenges, that wasn't what I was doing at all. Challenges has completely transformed the business I get to run now. It has really supported me in being an introvert to be able to have massive impact and to be really effective, get in there, serve, pour out my heart, really, be able to support the incredible women in my community. And then duck away again. And so being able to take the framework that you've given us and for it to be flexible enough, for it to be able, we are obviously quite different. You are not introverted. I very much am. But so having a framework that you've given us that gives us enough guidance to be able to make it successful, but also enough flexibility to adapt it to what is true for us has been, you know, really transformative. And, you know, coming into this year, last year I got my six-figure challenge award, which was amazing. I've been running, being introverted. Pedro was like, oh, one a month. I was like, hell no, no, I'm not running a monthly challenge. That would literally break me in half. So I was running my challenges quarterly. Equally, I've never run a 5-day challenge. I run 3-day challenges. Many of the women in my space, they're not on Facebook. So I've run challenges. I've run many challenges with no Facebook group. I've just been able to, as I said, take the challenge framework, take the principles of service and support, and then adapt it for what works best for me. And yeah, this year I've got some real big goals for my challenges. So I'm super excited.
Wow. I'm learning things too. I didn't know you weren't using Facebook groups. Okay. So again, we would teach you to do that. But if you're an introvert, I can see why you wouldn't want to do that. So you just host them on Zoom, right? Right? You're like, hey, join me on Zoom. Here's the recordings. And guys, like, I want you to understand, like, dude, I would say be a coachable student. Right? Be as coachable as possible, following the framework, the blueprints that we're laying out. I would encourage you to stretch yourself a little bit. Stretch yourself. Come out of your comfort zone, because you might realize that shy, introverted, these might be even labels that are not even true. You may have there's environments I'm actually shy in. This might shock many of you. Like, there's places I go where I'm just like, yeah, this ain't my element. Let me just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, I would just, in certain environments, I realize like, this is probably not my jam. Like, this is not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to be quiet. I'll chill. I don't need to be hey, look at me, Then there's times where I'm like, I'm in my element, right? So I believe what you can give you a key is you can use this framework to create your element. You can use this framework to create your element. I'd like you to try the Facebook group at least a couple times. I'd like you to try our playbook at least the first couple times. But then if you're realizing it's just not you, you're never going to hear me tell you to do something over and over. That's just not you. I will tell you to try different things, explore, because maybe you don't know you as well as you think you do. But after doing it, tasting it, seeing it, like, this isn't me, then you can shift and adapt. I love that. Yinka, one more thing about your story I thought was interesting. Are you the person, when did you run your first challenge? After how many weeks or months of being in the program and the coaching program? And when did you, I'm thinking of someone who didn't run their very first challenge for like 11 months. And then, was that you or someone else I'm thinking of?
Yeah, no, I'm recalling that person as well. I actually you called us into the first Mindset Monday. And you were like, if you're here to run challenges, why are you not running challenges? And I was like, yeah, duly noted. So like you, and what you said earlier is so powerful. Whether you're an introvert, an extrovert, whether you're shy or not, action is rewarded. And you just reminded us to be people of our word. And we said we were there to run challenges. So whether, there are many, everyone has a story, there's, different obstacles, and yet taking imperfect action is what you encouraged us to do. And yeah, so mine, I think I was 3 months into the first round of Crush It for me before I ran my first challenge. And yeah, it was incredible. So
Awesome. And so you now have a 6-figure a year business with challenges.
Multiple
6-figure. And do you just want to quickly, like, you remember like how the first one and the second one, you kind of remember, like, you remember some of those numbers just to kind of,
yeah,
or maybe in terms of like, hey, I had this many customers come in and I was making this kind of offer. And again, guys, what we're just having people share stories so you guys understand and see that, kind of get just people just like you. How many of you guys would say Yinka kind of looks and sounds kind of like someone just like you, right? maybe it doesn't look just like you or sound just like you, but is probably in a similar place. Inca, like when you started this journey, you weren't doing six figures, you weren't online, you weren't any of this, right? And so just to give a quick, now you're doing multiple six figures, but everyone here wants to know, how was it in the early stages? What happened in those first few challenges? Do you remember how many people were in those challenges and maybe how many customers you were acquiring? And then,
for sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember it well. And what I will say, Pedro, is you made a really good point about the stories we tell ourselves. Because when I had never heard of challenges. I'd never heard of you. When I came into the program, I was just like, I see loads of people, often called Brad and Chad, like making all this cash. They don't look like me. And I was like, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't telling myself a story to keep myself out of the game. So when I came in, my first challenge was really small. I remember like getting so excited at the first challenge. I did test a Facebook group. I remember being so excited when, I think, and again, the other thing I will say is every challenge I've run so far has all been organic. So I've still never run Facebook ads. I'm getting on it. I know you're going to give me that look. So I'm coming to ad soon, but 50 people in the Facebook group that I literally just DM'd and got people in. I burst into tears on my very first session of my very first challenge because people actually showed up, and I was like, maybe I'm going to be talking to myself. So they all piled into the Zoom, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. The first challenge, was able. They're out of the gate, really, really fortunate to be able to hit that 5-figure award straight away. It was in my, when I invested, I wanted to make sure that I got that return on investment. So, my 3-day challenges initially, they were running Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I was tired by Friday. So I'd always take Thursday off. Now I tend to do, because of that re-enrollment piece that you talk about. So I tend to run them now Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But yeah, it gives me the opportunity, in addition to doing everything that I do in my business. I'm a mom. I've got 3 sons. I'm a wife. I'm helping my parents move house at the moment. There's so many other things going on. So what challenges have been able to give me is a chance to show up and be my best, and then to go back and do the other things in my life. And there are so many things that have come into my world just as a result of the confidence and the barriers that I've broken through running my own challenges.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, blow up this chat and thank Inca. Let's celebrate her. How many of you guys got a big takeaway from her story? At least something that she shared? Yeah, for sure. There's some stuff I was like, man, there's just, guys, this framework is very flexible. Which is why it's powerful. Again, please try to follow our framework first, but if it's really not, if the shoe doesn't fit, Cinderella, then don't try and shove it on. Like, modify. There's a way you can modify our framework without breaking it. And I'm trying to teach you guys the core elements of what makes this framework so powerful. One of those is service, serving people, right? And the other is the engagement. But if you prefer engaging on Zoom, not Facebook, other things. So, Inca, thanks so much for being here. We're going to let you go off to your Saturday. Guys, was that awesome? So, Holly, get back on camera here. Let's take a few questions in the chat. I see. So you guys have your hands raised. You guys have questions? Holly, do you have these? Can you guys put all of your hand raises on Zoom?
I don't know any of their questions.
If you guys have your hand raised on Zoom, can you drop your question in the chat so we can take some time? We can tie your question to you, and but also, Holly, throw me a couple quick questions I can answer before our next guest.
Well, one, I just have to say that everyone who asked, like, does this have to be done in Facebook? Yinka just proved it doesn't, and that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, let me speak to that, guys. The original classic challenge model idea was started in Facebook groups. Okay, now that was 5 years ago. Okay, so some people hate Facebook, like they just hate Facebook, and on some level, you're not wrong. right? I mean, like they give us plenty of reasons to be very annoyed at them. Okay. So, but what's nice about Facebook, for the most part, almost everybody in the modern world has it on their phone already. And you can use groups on it for free. So we can hate on Mr. Zuckerberg all we want, and yet he's giving us a free tool to reach almost the entire modern world to help you launch your business and even launch your first course. Guys, I was doing multiple 7 figures, selling a membership and a course. And all I did was use the guides. In our Facebook group, there's this thing called guides. It's basically like a course. You can build a course in a Facebook group for free. So we can hate on the guy for all we want, and these things aren't perfect. But man, I thank God for the Facebook groups because when I launched this thing, I would have known how else to do it. And for many, and there's a lot of people trying to do this not on Facebook. And just remember that if you're going to leave, a lot of those people have seen their engagement drop considerably. They've tried to take people to other apps and their own app and this and that, and their engagement went down. Because here's what we all should be honest about. How many of you, like, look at my hand, I'm guilty. How many of you spend some amount of time mindlessly scrolling on Facebook? At least 10 minutes a day. How many of you would say it's probably more than 10 minutes a day? Yeah. So think about this. Do you think you're the only one? No. All of your potential customers and even your customers are still mindlessly scrolling on Facebook. There are people who were not planning on watching this class, this session. There are people who didn't know about this session, who were on the toilet this morning, scrolling on Facebook, saw we were live, and like, wait, Pedro's live? And they hit the button, and now they're watching. How many of you guys know that happened? Just put a poop emoji if that was you. No, just kidding. Don't do that. Just kidding. Don't kid. That's actually not a poop emoji. That's a chocolate ice cream. Did you guys know that? I thought it was poop this whole time. That's actually not poop. That's chocolate ice cream. I was like, oh. Do people know that? I always thought it was poop. Did you guys know that was chocolate ice cream? I never knew that. It's soft serve. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Now no one knows. Anyhow, get back to work.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have.
But I didn't finish my point. What was my point? My point was don't underestimate the power of being in front of where your people are. That's it. My only point. Okay, Holly, throw me some great questions.
Okay. So can we just like popcorn them?
Pop.
Okay. Okay. If you're
1
running
minute or less, let's do popcorn questions.
Popcorn questions. If you're running a 3-day challenge, what are the best days to do a 3-day challenge?
Okay. The best days to do a 3-day challenge is any day of the week. Just do the damn challenge. Okay. That's real talk. Do not, hold on. That's part 1. Part 2. Okay. So 1, don't overthink anything. Don't overthink anything. Just pick and go. 2nd, what makes the most sense for your customer? What makes the most sense for your customer? Think about when you think they're going to be mostly available. Is it going to be in the morning? Is it going to be in the evening? Right? If you work with realtors are going to be showing property all day Saturday, right? And on Sunday sometimes, and usually in the evenings. So maybe you do stuff during the, right? If you've got people that work and your avatar is career people, they're busy all day. Maybe you do in the evening. Okay? So do the challenge, just do it. Don't overthink it. But if you know that most of your people have different schedules and there's certain times they're more available than others, pick that time. The other third final part, you can test it. Go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then test Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just play with it, test it. Holly.
Okay. What questions are important in joining a Facebook group? Having people join the Facebook group.
Oh, okay. Great question. Who asked that question? Okay. So one is you want to definitely get their email address if you haven't already got it. That's a good one. And then two, I would definitely, you want to find out okay. So put in the chat. Let me blow up this chat with whatever problem you solve, the thing you do, whatever your challenge is going to possibly be on. Put the topic, just put the topic of your chat. Put the topic of your chat. Okay. I'm sorry. Put the topic of your thing, whatever thing your big idea, your topic. Okay. So, all right, man, the chat was blown up fast. Okay. So eating real food, Lindsay, eating real food. Okay. So the question, it could be like the real food challenge, right? The real food challenge, right? How to, right? Kind of, and then the whole, one of the right questions is, hey, when it comes to eating real food, or when it comes to having a healthy diet of real food, what has been your biggest question, concern, or struggle? The best question you can find out is the best data is that one. When it comes to blank, and blank is the thing that you do, what's been your biggest issue, biggest concern, or what's the biggest question you have about boom? Okay? Because again, guys, what is business? Business is solving problems for money, hopefully at a profit. So what is business? Solving problems for money at a profit. The best way to solve more problems is to know what they are. Okay? So that's a for sure question that you want to put there. Now, if you want to ask a few more questions, is it okay if I give you guys a few more questions to help? Is it okay if I give you guys an amazing sales conversation to have with people as well? How long have you been trying to eat healthy? How long have you been trying to lose these 10 pounds? How long have you been trying to figure out marketing? Let me do this as if I'm doing it for me, right? When it comes to successfully launching or growing your business online, what has been your biggest challenge? Put in the chat. When it comes to getting your online marketing to work, to either launch or grow your business, what's your biggest challenge, question, or concern? Like, guys, do this with me. Just do this with me. Do it for real. You'll see how it works. Okay? I'm about to give you guys, for those of you guys that are willing to talk on the phone or even chat with someone, do you guys know that you can actually help people join your programs through chat these days? Through chat. People are signing up for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 programs over chat. How many of you introverts would say, well, I wouldn't mind doing it over chat? I don't want to take a sales call, but I could chat a sales conversation in real time with somebody. How many of you guys think that? It's happening. You can do it. Okay. Some people might even prefer at this point that, because maybe they just don't want to get on a call because they've been on these calls with a bunch of these high pressure, sleazy salespeople, and they don't want to do that again. So first question is, when it comes to blank, what's been your biggest struggle, your biggest issue? People have to own their pain. People have to own the pain. Can I give you guys some really good advice on selling? Don't ever try to sell someone a solution to a problem they have not told you they have. You're wasting your time, and you're going to come off like a salesperson because you are. Only a salesperson tries to sell someone something that they don't know they even need. That's a salesperson. All they care is about selling stuff. It's all about them making more sales. Forget the fact that that person even needs it or not. So don't do that. So ask this person, when it comes to blank, the thing that you do, what's your biggest problem? Where are you stuck? What's not working well? And then the next question you can ask him is, hey, how long have you been working on this? How long have you been trying to figure this out? 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 years, 2 weeks. Okay. Here's a third great question to ask. Hey, what have you already tried that hasn't worked? At that point, you have all the information that you need to start to put together a conversation and to see that, is this person really a good fit for what you do? Was that my doorbell?
It's not mine. I don't know. If it is your doorbell, I'm just going to tag on to the end
I
of
have a
this
house
and
full
to
of people
prove
upstairs,
Pedro's point.
so I don't, huh? Okay, go ahead.
It could be yours. I'm going to prove a point really quick though. Dorothy just posted at 9:46, so 10 minutes ago, that she started her challenge this week and just sold her first membership on WhatsApp. So in conversation, in Messenger, already taking action just on the free challenge, already has her first sale. Guys, like, this stuff works. I mean, I don't know who Dorothy is, but she just dropped that in the chat. And I'm like, yes. And then the other thing to add on, in the course, we have swipe files for you on how to set up your Facebook group and include some of those questions as well. So you guys will have access to that inside the Facebook group. I'm sorry, not the Facebook group, but
wrap this point up. I haven't asked Holly. People want to know what's in the program. So I'm going to show you guys all the modules in the program in a second. To wrap up this little point, the cash is in the conversation. The cash is in the conversation. This challenge model will help you have awesome conversations with people that you can help. Next question, Holly.
So good. So our next question is on affiliates, and I know that you will do a great job on this. And then I also have Todd, who's here and ready to come and share. So I know Tamara is not with him, but okay. Todd is here. If you wanted to intro him, we can dive into that. And then the two of you can maybe hit on your both perspectives.
Yeah, well, I'll talk about affiliates. I can share them a little bit about that in a second. Definitely Todd's a great example of that because him and his wife Tamara run their challenges and sell affiliate programs. So just to kind of recap, guys, we're here doing a bonus session, taking your questions, answering questions about all things challenges and this offer. And again, we've got some special guests popping in to share their stories on challenges. Challenge Secrets, masterclass.com/special is where you guys go take advantage of this one-time only offer. And that, just don't forget that that's what we're here to help you guys do. This is really all about, and I love those questions, Holly, and start popping those in there too. I love questions about if you haven't joined us yet and you want to join us and you're like on the fence, you're like, oh, Pedro, this is one other question I'd like to know before. Like, I love to answer some of those questions as well, because as much as Russell and I have done all we can to serve you in this 5-day challenge, I believe your right next best step in this challenge marketing journey is to move forward with us and let me help you some more in the intensive. So I'd love to help as many, Holly, that kind of popcorn. Let's do a popcorn session coming out of Todd real fast with just questions I can eliminate and help people clarify anything about the intensive. Okay. But for now, guys, I want to bring on someone who, like I said, him and his wife, Tamara, are helping. They help people create nonprofits and with a little known vehicle that is not really well known about. Most people know about 501c3s. There's actually a whole different type of nonprofit that they help people create. That's really cool. And they have been having a lot of success using a challenge to sell that product, which essentially is a legal service. And they're not attorneys, and they have been able to create some great revenue, help a lot of people by creating work for these attorneys to draft this up. So, guys, help me welcome to our bonus session, Todd Engel. Hey, Todd, good morning, man. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me all right? Todd,
I can.
There you go, buddy. What's up, man? How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing well. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to share. I mean, challenges change the world for us. Absolutely.
So real quick, what were you doing before? How were you guys trying to market this before?
It was word of mouth. We were helping people set up their ministries and get registered so they could be an actual tax exempt nonprofit. And we were an education piece. We were just training ministry leaders what to do. 4 or 5 ministries a year. We had been doing that. And once we started challenges, it's almost 3 years ago. I came in to the 414 challenge 3 years ago. And then Movement Maker, I brought my wife and I said, hey, you got to see this guy, Pedro, and see what he's doing. I think this might work for us, helping nonprofits. And we did that. Yep.
Yeah. And so kind of give people the rundown, like how many challenges have you guys done? And just talk about maybe the first one. I get everybody, like now you guys are at multiple 6 figures and, crushing it. But again, I want to share like the stories of the early days, the first one, the first 2, the first couple ones, because almost everybody here that's what they're going to be looking at is their first 1 or 2 or 3. You remember kind of how those first few went, and you remember the numbers on those?
Yeah, absolutely. Our very first challenge, we were able to serve. We were selling a 2K package basically, and we did over $20,000. Our first challenge with no Facebook ads, just send out a post. Hey, we're going to try this. We got into your 30-day launch your challenge program, and we said, okay, any faith-based people that have a ministry that want to actually make it tax exempt so you can get donations. We've got something that's not a 501c3 because that's a ton of paperwork. It's 508c1a. It's simple paperwork, and we'll get you set up. We had so in sales we had like an affiliate type of program. We did over 20K in that first one, and we continued to do that. The next ones were a little bit less as we were starting to do them once a month, and we've done over probably 30 multi-day challenges, and then we've done 3-day challenges, and then we've even done a webinar to workshop model challenge. So we've done them for 3 years straight, every month, nearly, and it's been incredible. We're multi 6 figures on this now, and God's really blessed that so we can serve our faith-based community.
And you're not an attorney.
No, actually, we wound up. And we had this arrangement with somebody else to just do the paperwork for us. That system actually broke them, and they weren't able to keep up. So we said, okay, we're going to hire our own attorneys. So we actually have, on our staff, we have a relationship with 2 attorneys and lawyers ourselves. But we had to get the paperwork drawn up. So to become a registered agent ourselves, what do we got to do this properly? And so we hired them, got this set up, and now we've been a registered agent probably, I don't know if it's 2 years yet, but ourselves. So we had to fill that so we could serve our clients the best way.
Guys, so literally, this marketing model, the challenge was so effective, created so many customers, it broke the system. It overwhelmed the attorneys they were working with. They're like, okay, we'll just do this ourselves. They went and hired their own attorneys, and just then now they're in that part of the business too, which means they're making a ton more money and have way more control over the process. How many of you wouldn't mind starting out as an affiliate and then being so good at marketing, you just end up, like, nah, you know what? I got enough time and I got time and money now. Let's go create bigger margins, do it ourselves. Yeah. So Todd, real quick, do you remember what was your biggest maybe fear, concern? Was it like investing the money, investing time? Was it like getting on camera? Do you and Tamara remember kind of did you have any initial kind of concerns or little things to overcome? Or was it kind of like, hey, this is going to work. This looks cool. Let's try it. Or was there any hesitation you had to get over?
Yeah, there was a hesitation on getting on camera. I mean, literally like, okay, we got to be out there. We don't have all the tech figured out. We don't have, all the system and strategy figured out till we started getting into your courses, into your mastermind. All of that was so valuable. Straightened all of that out. We had a roadmap to follow. It solved it, and then just go do what the playbook says. And we did that, and that changed everything. So then we can come on camera with confidence and say, hey, this is what we've got. Now we know how to present it with confidence. And it got rid of the fear of just being on camera. being a little bit shy. But now we're doing it, and we love the model of, hey, come live in the Facebook group. Hey, share your story. That really helps. And so we were able to do that and get over it quickly because we were able to serve more people. We found people love to see your face. And like you say, there's favor on your face. So, so it's just so good.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, hey, man, thanks for popping in. We're going to keep rolling. I want to take a few more questions. Give my best to Tamara.
I will.
And thanks for taking time on Saturday to come in here and share your story, Todd. Guys, give it up for Todd and Tamara. Him and his wife do this together. And listen, I remember they're like initially like a little bit like, oh, hey guys, we can kill the clock. Okay, there we go. Yeah. They're like, hey, we're not really used to this much. I'm like, well, it's okay. Just guys, can I help? How many guys are a little bit like, oh my gosh, I'm a little bit shy. I'm not sure. I've never been on camera too much. Well, can I help you? Can I help some of you guys that may have that rolling around a little bit? Is that okay? Okay, I see you, Sharon Clay. I saw your hand go up. Sharon was being honest. The rest of you guys didn't. Okay, Patty. Patty's like, okay, me too. Guys, listen, a couple things. First of all, there's a couple things I want to say about this. First of all, hey, I saw your, okay, now a lot of you guys are coming clean. Now everyone's coming clean. Okay, all right. First of all, let me help you guys with this one. Okay. It's 2023. Several years ago, the world was shut down. And we found ourselves in an online-only world, an online-only economy. Okay? I hope and pray to God that never happens again. And yet, I think we all learned a very important lesson, that we should be prepared, and have this confidence and the skill sets to live our lives, grow our businesses, take care of ourselves in as much of a virtual way as possible. I would say in the modern economy, in this modern world, being on Zoom, being on your phone, being on FaceTime, being on social media, and just is just kind of the cost of doing business. It's the cost of influence. You're like, well, Pedro, I have a nonprofit. We'll help my nonprofit. I don't know. Have you ever heard of the Ice Bucket Challenge? They made $1 gazillion off the Ice Bucket Challenge. I have a great idea for a couple. I have a great idea. Several ideas for some charities, for some challenges to raise some crazy money for charities. So, one, I would encourage you just to it's literally the first few times you get on camera, maybe you're going to feel a little bit self-conscious, but it goes away. The second thing I would tell you is that I would encourage you to not make this about you at all. This might sound kind of harsh a little bit, but people don't really care what you look like. People don't care what you look like. Some of my best trainings I've done straight out of the gym, tank top, hair was all crazy. Some of the best trainings I've done. And then I'm like, oh man, that was a great training, but I look like how I look. I just came out of the gym and I hadn't even brushed my teeth. Good thing you couldn't smell the breath over the Zoom. But it was a great training, so we left it in there. You guys might see stuff in this program. Hey, disclosure. You might, once you join the intensive and you get into the course, you might see some videos. You're like, who's this guy? Oh, that's Pedro with no shower, no gel in his hair. Because if it was just, if I caught that moment and said that thing the best, how many guys have ever said something so well and you never could say that good again? Well, that happens to me a lot. So I'm like, well, that's the clip. Run with that. I just don't, you know what I mean? So anyhow, so guys, literally, it's really about it's really not about you at all. And, it's just, you're showing up for them. No one really cares how Todd looks. They just want to get their ministry launched. I don't think anyone's here for my looks. I mean, if you are, my goodness, like raise your standards. Like there's way better looking people than me out there on the internet. My God, you know, you guys are not here for my looks. You guys are here because you think I have something that can help you change your life. And I do. Okay. So, and then I would say finally, as a final ditch, last resort, if you just possibly in no way, shape, or form are ever willing to be on camera at all, ever, then guess what you could do? Find somebody who is. Just find somebody who is and make a deal with them and, you know, or come on with somebody else. Find a Holly. Find a Holly. Find an MC. Find a host. Find someone, you know, find someone that you can hire, you know, to come on the challenge with you and hey, and be your host. And do you guys understand that like there are challenge hosts you can hire to host your challenge now? We have created an industry. Challenge marketing has become an industry. There are people that will host your challenge. They'll be like an MC. If you've ever been to Russell's Funnel Hacking Live, if you haven't, you definitely want to add it to your list and come. There's Devon. How many guys, do you guys think Russell Brunson's hosting his event? Absolutely not. That would definitely not work for Russell, okay? He's come a long way through his introvertism, but Russell would not enjoy emceeing his entire event. But Devon's amazing, crazy energy, crazy extrovert, like people for days, like blah, 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 right? Same thing with the challenge. You can get someone to host your challenge. Hey guys, welcome to day one of the Real Food Challenge. My name is Pedro Adeo, and I'm here as your MC and host for the next 3 to 5 days. And man, wow, I'm so happy that you guys are here and you found Dolores. Dolores is the leading expert in this area. She's written 3 books, and she's going to be with you in just 1 second. But before we get started, let's make sure you guys are aware. One, are you in the Facebook group? Make sure you sign up for the Facebook group. 2, make sure you went to .com, got this. And then finally, make sure, guys, you can literally find, there's people who would be happy to do this for not a lot of money. And now you're not having to kind of have to do all the hats and wear all the things. How many of you would be so much easier doing this if you maybe had someone to help kind of just set you up and you kind of got to come on, just teach and leave? No problem. Pay someone $100 a day, they'll do it for you. Maybe less. Again, guys, let's get resourceful. Let's get resourceful. I would challenge you to do it all. Take it for a test drive. Some of you guys are going to surprise yourselves. Okay, Paul, give me some popcorn questions about anything. I'm going to queue up my Vibe board. I want to show people the program. People are asking, well, what's in the course? What are the modules? What's in it?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, is to show them what's in there. And I just, I want to hit on this for a second because Pedro's absolutely correct. People don't really care what you look like. Again, we heard this before. They want to know how much you care, right? And I could have given you all the excuses of why I wasn't the right person for this. And I care about people a lot. So I just show up and I'm like, oh, Pedro's right. They don't really care what I look like. Makeup, no makeup, overweight, not overweight, in a car, not in a car. Like it doesn't matter. We have to put ourselves aside. And Pedro said that, right? If we remove ourselves from it and just go all in, our people are just waiting to know how much we care, know how much we are willing to show up for them. And if you have a heart and passion to serve people and make an impact, then it's worth getting over those fears and insecurities, because what you will feel on the inside will radiate from within you. And people will start telling you, wow, you're so beautiful. Pedro said this the other day. He's like, I feel like you're getting more beautiful. He said that to me, Barry, and Suzette. And I was like, I think it's just because of how I confidently now show up for people because the inside of me gets to be displayed on the outside. It's really not that I've done anything different except change how I show up for people. And that's what's available to you guys doing this challenge model. Like, seriously, this challenge model was the best confidence booster I've ever done in my entire life. Like, so if you guys are on the fence about it from that aspect, take me as an example. Just this is the best confidence program there is, in my opinion. But Pedro, I do have some more questions for you, some popcorn questions. One of them is on, well, not one of them, like 1,000 people. That's an exaggeration, but a lot of people want to know about tech. And so our next testimonial up is going to kind of hit on that a little bit as well. But until you are ready to bring up Sue Sundstrom, I do have some more questions on one of the things you just hit was managing the moving parts, potentially bringing someone in with you. But for those asking, like, how do you manage all of the pieces and parts to this? I know we're doing this on a massive scale, but if you could just hit on when you started, you weren't doing it this way. So how did you do that?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's tackle tech for one quick second. Okay. And that one quick second of the tech is to understand that this really can be, I want you guys to catch this. This really can be as low tech as an iPhone and a Facebook account. That's it. Like you can run an awesome challenge. You can run an awesome challenge with an iPhone or, Samsung smartphone and a Facebook account with the Facebook group. Well, Pedro, how would that work? So you would literally just go into Facebook and create a Facebook group for your challenge. And you would create that new Facebook group with the name of your challenge. In this program, when you go to challengesecretsmasterclass.com/special today, another bonus we're giving you is a beautiful Canva template, just like the one you've seen me use 74 times now and my students use. So you're going to look like a pro because you're going to have a professionally designed Facebook header for your challenge. All you got to do is put your name in there, take out my picture, put in your picture, and it's boom. So now you upload that picture to the Facebook group. It's one button. Now you're in business. Now you can apply the basic, simple, organic marketing strategy that is in the program that Richmond provided for us. And now you're in business. You start making your posts. People start engaging with your comments. You thank them for engaging with your post. You say, hey, by the way, I have a free Facebook group. I'm hearing an echo, guys. I have a free Facebook group that has more information on this topic. Would you want to join it? That sounds great. Boom. Now they're in your group. And then in the group, you can just make a post. I'm starting a challenge on Monday next week called the blank, blank, blank challenge in the Facebook group. Monday comes along. Guess what? Now you just make a post and go live. You can go live right off your phone. You don't even need Zoom. Now, if you have Zoom, and you guys don't even know this, do you guys know that Zoom has a built into Zoom, you can stream right into Facebook? Do you guys know this? How many of you guys didn't know that? How many of you guys had no clue that you could use Zoom, click a few buttons, literally give Zoom your Facebook password, and you can go into Zoom, hit a few buttons, and now you're streaming right into that Facebook group for no extra price than your basic Zoom account you already have. Or even simpler, and you can just go live directly off your phone. But holding your phone for 30, 40 minutes might get kind of old. You may have a little tripod. I've got those little tripods on Amazon for like $50. Or you can use your laptop or your computer. And it could literally be that simple. So from a tech standpoint, just, being your friend, trying to help you out. This technology is not keeping you from your first challenge. As your friend, I forbid you to hold on to that lie because it is a lie. Please know that if you are choosing to believe that, you are choosing to believe a lie that will keep you in prison. This is not a high-tech strategy. This strategy can be deployed at a very high-tech level. This also can be deployed with a phone. So, well, Pedro, what about all these funnels? Guys, you don't need funnels. You don't even need a funnel to start. Most of you, I don't even want you to try and use a funnel for your first challenge. Let me help some of you guys right now. How many of you do not know how to build a funnel right now? You don't know how to build one. Okay, awesome. Please look at me, all of you. And I don't even think Russell, I believe Russell would agree with me on this. If you do not already possess the skill to know how to build a funnel, make yourself and me a promise that you will run this challenge before you try to learn the funnel. I have seen more people's dreams die in the funnel and Facebook ad graveyard. Do not do it. Do not do it. If you do not already know how to build a funnel, this is not the time to do that. Go learn this challenge model, because the challenge model is what's going to bring in customers and revenue and money, so you can then have time to learn it or pay someone to do it. Spoiler alert, Russell Brunson has not been building funnels for a long time. He has someone on his team that now does that for him. Now, I also have someone that helps me. Now, I'm still kind of crazy. I actually like it, and Russell does too, but he's just now he's got Russell's got too many companies now to do it, but I only have 2 companies, so I still have time to do my funnels. I enjoy it. But I'm giving you guys a big key. This is not about learning how to build a funnel right now. This is about learning how to market and serve people with challenges. Don't put the funnel before the challenge. If you do that, you're going to risk having your dreams die in the funnel graveyard because, oh, what button do I click? Oh, how did this work? Oh, what page and what and And before you know it, the motivation, inspiration, the vision you had to serve is choked out by needless technology details. You don't need, guys, people have been helping people, serving people long before funnels came around. So show up and serve. The funnel will help you take your basic challenge and then put a turbocharger on it. Okay? So technology is not holding you from this. I saw many people oh, I'm in 2.0 and I'm confused. Listen, I know we gave you a 2.0 trial. I understand. That was part of this. That's part of why Russell is doing this, because he wants to grow his software business. Duh. And I use ClickFunnels. Every day of my life, I use ClickFunnels. And if you follow our framework, you will use it too eventually, but you don't necessarily need to use it right now. Same thing with Facebook ads. How many of you guys have tried Facebook ads and it has been a complete nightmare? So guess what? You're not going to run ads your first challenge. I forbid you. I'm going to pull a Suzette today. I'm going to pull a, something my wife told me when I was going to run my wife told me that when I was going to run the challenge, a wisdom challenge in December, I forbid you. That is stupid. Do it in January. I was like, oh man, okay. I can never remember in my life another time where my wife said, I forbid you, but I'm pretty sure that was the one, and she was right. The wisdom challenge in January is a smash hit, and it would have been nowhere near as cool in December. Okay, so I forbid you for trying to run ads if you don't already know how to run ads before running your first challenge. I forbid you from trying to learn ClickFunnels and build a funnel before you run your first challenge, because you are risking all of what's available for you on the other side of this challenge framework. And you don't need a funnel to do it or ads. Okay? But you do need to know how to design and serve and add value in the challenge framework itself. Okay, so learning the model, learning the method is more important than how you deliver the method. What's more important, the food? What's more important, the food or the plate it comes on? What's more important? If you wanted to have an amazing restaurant, would you spend more time picking the plates or hiring incredible chefs and learning how to make amazing food? What's more important? The funnel is the plate. The funnel is just a plate. You're the value. I keep telling you guys this. You are the value. You are the prize. Your knowledge, your service, your willingness to show up. Well, Pedro, I don't have knowledge. It doesn't have to be your knowledge. Then sell someone else's knowledge and get paid to do it. Sell someone else's system and get paid to do it. Sell someone else's stuff, get paid to do it. This is the #1 way to market and sell things on the internet today. It's right here available to you for a price that literally you will never see again. So now I'm really just trying to help you guys eliminate any and all remaining excuses, guys. Challenge secrets, masterclass.com/special. All right. Holly, let's take this quick chat with Sue, and then I'm going to come here to our board. I'm going to walk you guys through the course. The course is incredible.
It is.
The course is incredible. It's basically an MBA in marketing. It's definitely not just a challenge, a little challenge mini course. It's a full-on MBA in my entire 8-figure playbook. But as amazing as it is, I really am driving next Thursday because I know that sometimes with all the best intentions to go watch a training videos on demand, life happens. And I want the chance to put my arms around you one more day for a full day. I know what I can do with you in one day.
Yep.
So that's why I'm working hard to get you to let me help you by being there at that one day. Live, preferably, but if not, the replay will be the fire. And as you guys probably heard, anybody who cannot come live and watches the replay, I will do a special additional Q&A Coach's Corner call just for those people that couldn't attend live. All right. Holly, let's go to Sue.
Yeah, let's get Sue up.
Man, we've got two guests from England. Is that right?
Yeah. Yinka's in London.
And Sue, where are you joining us from today?
Surrey, England.
See, didn't plan this, did not plan that. But my friends, joining us now is Sue Sundstrom. Say hello, Sue.
Hello.
I met Sue, I don't know when, she's going to remind me when we met, I think a couple of years ago. And Sue helps faith-based women write books. And just, you say, hey, she looks familiar. Well, she is in the promo video you guys have been seeing, because this challenge model sort of has changed her entire life. So Sue, real quick, say hi to the people. Welcome to our Challenge Secrets Masterclass bonus day. Thanks for coming to us all the way from across the pond, as they say. And tell people about your life before challenges, what you were up to, and then kind of what's happened as you've embraced this framework.
Sure. So, hi there. Thank you for all the incredible welcome I'm seeing in the chat. So I was working full time when I came across a challenge much like this that Pedro was running over 2 years ago, over 2.5 years ago. And I had been trying to do this entrepreneurial thing probably for about 13 years on and off, had tried various programs, had paid for courses, had tried blogging and online summits and a magazine and a bunch of stuff. and nothing really worked. Went through a lot of disappointment, a lot of money spent, and had kind of given up on it. And on a whim, and I think because of this crazy Portuguese guy who's just a little bit enthusiastic, has anyone noticed? Which suits me very well. And so he got me fired up. He got me really, really fired up. And just believing again, just believing that I could actually do this. He has a way of just rubbing that belief off on you. So in spite of so much previous disappointment, in spite of trying again and again and investing in courses and programs before, I was willing to try again. I was willing to give it a shot. And so I did, even though I had to overcome that thinking of, is this going to work? Is this going to work again? Am I going to go there yet again and not have this work? Plus, I was working full time. So it's not like I had a lot of time to actually do it. I've also got 2 kids and a husband, along with full-time work, commuting to work, all of that. So I ran my first challenge in COVID, middle of 2020. And I had 29 people in it. And I think a number of them were friends that I dragged in there. And I got 4 clients. I got 4 clients, $1,950, which was just amazing to me. That was like a fortune to me online. I had just not managed to do that before. I'd done some life coaching. I'd managed to get just a few clients here and there. Just had not been able to get traction on anything. And so I did it again a month later, and literally a month later made $5,800 on my second challenge. And so after just 2 months, I quit my job. I quit my full-time job, and I have never looked back. And I've made multiple 6 figures now from challenges. It's just gone from strength to strength. I've run a bunch of challenges. This has completely changed my life. I mean, my day-to-day life is completely different. I'm now doing what I love. I'm helping change other people's lives. I see an amazing impact on their lives as well as on my life, my family's life, our financial life. I left an unfulfilling job. It was a good one, but just not what I was called to do, not what I really felt excited about day to day. Now I get to do what I love. So I will forever be grateful for what Pedro has done for me and my family, and what the challenge model has done. So I can probably count on one hand, the people who've made a significant difference in my life. And, one of them is a spiritual mentor from 20 years ago, and I still talk about her. And I know that in 20 years' time, I will still be talking about the impact that Pedro has had on my life.
Awesome. Hey, how many of you guys have a 9-to-5 that you would be so okay moving on from? Just put 9-to-5 in the chat. 9-to-5. Put a 9-to-5 in the chat. Or a job, job. So check it out, guys. I am not a job shamer. Okay? I'm not a job shamer. I went to college. I got a job. I spent 7 years in the corporate world having jobs. Those jobs allowed me to buy homes, allowed me to feed my family, allowed me to have some kids, allowed me to buy education and get trained. So I am definitely not an anti-job person. You have a job and you enjoy your job and you love your job and you feel like you're definitely supposed to be there on assignment. Awesome. I would also tell you that I've seen people, I had a friend recently who I know has sacrificed for her company for I'm talking about like over a decade, decades possibly, like well over a decade. Sacrificed for this company many times over. And literally, I saw a post, got laid off. Like, oh, I'm announcing, so I'm not saying about this about every company. But just sometimes I see people being crazy loyal to companies that when push comes to shove, they have no problem making swift, quick decisions to move on from you. So if you love your job, I would say wisdom is to have a skill, a plan B, something that you can do on the side or have a skill set ready to go. Or here's another idea, bring this to your current employer. Wherever you work for, I would imagine would have no problem with more leads, more customers, more money. I would imagine wherever you work, they'd be totally fine with you adding value. I go, Pedro, that's not my department. I'm in the accounting department. I'm over here. It doesn't matter. But how many of you guys would be totally okay allowing this challenge framework if it allowed you to kind of walk off your job? How many of you guys, that's actually why you're here and why you're going to be, why you did join the program or why you're going to be joining? It's because you're ready to move on from that phase. Okay. I don't know how many people we've helped do that, but it's been many. Aside, and then how many of you guys like Sue's part of, how many of you can relate to Sue that you've tried all the things and it really hasn't worked? Can you put all the things, just put all the things in the chat. Sue, you mentioned, what was that list again? I mean, you sound like you went through a bunch of them. What, before, all the things you tried and didn't work before challenges, what was that list again?
Blogging, life coaching, online summits. I produced a magazine and sold a magazine. I did other courses. Yeah, I mean, there's some big names, which I won't mention.
Guys, so listen, real talk. That's partly why I showed you guys on Monday and Tuesday of our challenge why the challenge was the one and only one funnel, the one and only one strategy you needed to climb your entire value ladder. Because I know many of you have tried all the things and you're actually nowhere closer to the actual real goal. And every time you try something new with hope it's going to work out and it doesn't work, it leaves you disappointed. How many of you would say, yeah, Pedro, and so every time you get disappointed, what happens? It makes it harder and more difficult to have faith again to try the next time.
Yeah.
It creates this downward spiral of belief and confidence. And you don't think I know that? Of course I know that. Which is why we're working here for all these 5, now 6 days. We know that there is probably a list of disappointment. Now, some of you are like, Pedro, I haven't tried anything. You're the first marketing teacher I've ever encountered. Well, congratulations. I mean, like, I'm a little biased, but I think you got pretty lucky. I'm, pretty good at this. And you kind of got here first. Praise God. Good for you. But a lot of people have been through the ringer on different types of stuff that just honestly maybe is a good strategy, but the wrong time. That's my biggest frustration about this industry is you got people selling courses and trainings and programs that is way too advanced for the people they're selling it to. And I just think most people are not being honest about how difficult it can be to make some of these things work. Guys, getting a lead magnet funnel to actually work, very hard. Getting a webinar to actually convert, very hard. You are not going to be average Mary, typical Jane, average Joe, and get a webinar to work. Forget about that. That is nonsense. You're not. You're going to have to be a very great marketer, a very good salesperson. You're going to have to be super not a beginner to get a webinar to convert and make money, or a lead magnet, or just about anything else you're seeing. But this system here is not built on your skill set as a copywriter and your amazing sales persuasion methods. It's built on you showing up daily for 3 or 5 days, honestly showing up as who you are and solving a problem that you can help someone solve and serve and add value. And then saying, hey, if you would like more, here's what more looks like. Guys, like I mean, you do not have to be a great marketer to make a great living with this model. That is the best news you probably should have heard all week. Sue, would you consider yourself an elite marketer, yes or no?
No, definitely not.
Would you even consider yourself a great marketer, yes or no?
No.
would you even say that you are aside from what you do with challenges, would you say that you would say something, even a good marketer?
No. I had tried email marketing. I'd sold a few. Actually, I hadn't even sold via email. I had managed to get people to get on a call with me because I emailed them. So, no, I had never sold anything on a funnel. I'd never done a funnel. I didn't know the tech. I didn't know the marketing. I mean, I had salivated over funnels and wondered how. What seriously, and wondered, how do they do this? They're just persuading me to buy. How do they do it? Yeah. And I honestly longed to be able to do the same thing. So to sell something by a funnel was like such an amazing revelation to me. So yes, I've taken marketing courses. I'd done some marketing in the corporate world, but it's very different. I mean, I'd helped produce brochures and letter campaigns. So the whole online world was very, very new to me. Not a marketer. I'm still not really. Really, challenges is the only marketing I've done up until now. Only now am I looking at, okay, potentially adding some others, but challenges will always be like such a major, major part of my business. And I built an entire business from scratch off challenges and nothing else, no other marketing whatsoever. I didn't even nurture my email list in between challenges. I just ran challenges. And then I just invited them to another one. So
awesome. Sue, thanks for making time on a Saturday. If there's anybody who's on the fence about joining us, I think you saw the offer. Hopefully you're not mad at me. You paid a lot. You've paid a lot more.
I did
a lot more to be in things with me than what we're offering here. So hopefully you're not upset. But what would you tell anybody who's on the fence about joining us in the intensive? What would your best advice be?
I did. I paid at least $2,000 just for something that's quite similar. And I think this even offers even way more. It's amazing. If you're on the fence, I don't understand why. I think this is a complete no-brainer. I cannot believe it's $997 with people like Barry, people like Russell's traffic guy, Pedro and his challenges. I mean, it's just amazing. Plus 6 hours together with them. So actually, for those of you who are worried about doing it by yourself, to actually be in an intensive and actually get it done together, I mean, that is just truly amazing. So if you are on the fence, I would just say it's a very uncomfortable place to be. You're going to be in a lot of pain and you need to get over. This can potentially completely change your life. If nothing else, you lose $997. It's like pocket change. In the online world, in the marketing world, in the world of business, this is pocket change. It is nothing. You will have skills that you can use for the rest of your life. You just be literally stupid not to take this.
Awesome. Sue, thanks for being here all the way from England. Thanks for being here, guys. Love the chat. Thanks,
so
Sue.
nice to see you.
Sue dropped a couple things in the couple little nuggets that helped you. Let us know in the chats. Guys, thanks so much, Sue. Guys, Sue's not wrong. Sue's not wrong. In the world of online marketing, $997 kind of is pocket change in this world. Okay. It might not be pocket change for you, but in this world of marketing and learning how to actually get real skill sets, it really is a very small investment. But then it's not $997. We have a payment plan and you can start for $397. And something I've never done before and will never do again. We have a 30-day full, no questions, money back refund guarantee. And you get to come to the workshop. Like usually if you were smart, you'd put the guarantee. If you were smart, you would do like a 7-day guarantee and put the workshop on day 10. If you were really smart, you would put the guarantee expires before the workshop. See, clearly Russell and I are out of our minds. We're like, oh, no, here's the course. And come to the workshop. And we put the guarantee 20 days after the workshop. My friends, this part, do not do. I don't want you modeling that. That is just dumb. That is dumb. That is just dumb. And again, the only reason why we chose to do that is because, one, we just want to show you guys that we absolutely have complete, utter confidence in this. This is not a question of will this work for you. I hope that there's no way you're having that question. The only question is, will you actually take the steps to do it? Like that, like I've seen this work for everyone who has put their hand to it. I don't know of anyone who actually has put their hand to this framework to learn it, to use it, who has really followed the training and has not gotten results from this. I'm not aware of that scenario. Now, if you don't take any action, then of course, right? But so Sue is absolutely correct. She joined at a $2,000 price point. The very first version of this course, which had no worksheets, by the way. There was no worksheets. We didn't have a playbook. It was just videos of me just talking about this. And she's pretty happy with that. Fast forward 3 years later, you guys are here. It's half the investment, and we have developed this thing way further the last 3 years. So, Holly, get a couple more questions ready.
Yep,
Let me show you guys what's in the program. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys what's in the program because the one-day intensive is going to be epic, okay? It's going to be absolutely huge because I want you to understand my mindset. My mindset is this, is that I'm going to assume that none of you are going to watch the course. Okay? I want you guys to understand my psychology. I'm assuming that none of you are going to watch the course. Therefore, I am designing our one-day intensive to be so complete and thorough and helping you hold your hand and coach you through every single step of the process so you can leave that day ready to launch as if that was the one and only day I had your attention. So for me to show up with that level of just complete, utter commitment and focus to launch you guys all in that one-day workshop, I'm pretending as if this course doesn't even exist and if you'll never log in. Now, that's absolutely not true. There are people who are a third of the way through the course already. I have the stats. I've never seen so many people. I have the stats. I have the stats. And if you have already gone through some of this, if you've already gone through some of the course content, Kelly Zhu said he's gone through some. Ollie, look in the chat here on Zoom.
So I've seen at least 24 people on this VIP call who have said they're more than halfway through with this content, and they're like, it's mind-blowing, it's amazing.
Well, get a couple of these people on here. Get a couple of people on them. Get a couple people on here. Again, guys, this is also another thing that most people have a lot of fear to do. Do you understand how much confidence you have to get on Zoom and put complete strangers on a Zoom and let them talk without having any idea what they're going to say?
So JJ Peller is one person who maybe we could bring up.
Right.
It's J.J.Pell.
Get a couple of people. All right. Yep. So guys, real talk. I'm approaching that one day as if that's the day that I got with you with. Now, the course is incredible. It's not just a course and training on challenges. The challenge is the core. But how many of you know that there are other inputs into the challenge? How many of you have ever had spaghetti? How many of you have had spaghetti that was like, okay, And you had some spaghetti that was amazing. Same ingredients, but different ingredients. There's pasta. There's like generic pasta, yellow bag, black writing, spaghetti, generic pasta. And then there's pasta handmade, hand best flour from Italy that my wife buys somehow at some stores that comes in fancy bags. There's a bolognese sauce with the most old and gross ground beef. Or there's ground beef that's been ground up from fillet tips that now have been ground into ground beef. There's cheap tomato sauce. There's incredible. How many guys understand what I'm talking about? So this is a training on challenges, the only of its kind, the best there is. And I also wanted to help you up-level the quality of all of the inputs and the ingredients going into the challenge. One, your offer. Eben Pagan, who's an OG of internet marketing, has told me this so many times. He said, bro, you're amazing with your challenges, but I think I've never seen someone design better offers than you do. So I'm going to give you guys how I think about offer creation and give you a worksheet and training on offers. I have a whole deep dive training in here on how to go pick and create a niche, a very teeny tiny niche that you can create a fortune serving that no one's going after. Okay. So this is not just a course on challenges. And even if it was, it'd still be well worth the investment. But so first things first, guys, we have a start here. Okay. We have a start here section. Okay. So that way you click that button and start there. You're going to right away get a roadmap for what's in here. So that way from the very first step, you know what to do, no overwhelm, no confusion. Okay. Oh, do you got people ready to kind of give some feedback?
Yeah, we have we have 3 different people we could pull up. JJ
Cool.
is up and ready to go.
All right, let me go real quick this. Challenge Marketing 101, a little bit of some more foundations there. And then right in here, movement-based messaging. Movement-based messaging. This is when you learn this and add this to your challenge and the words that you use, 10x, 20x, 30x, 100x. There are words that you can use to describe what you do that get people to move. Movement-based messaging. You guys want to stop the scroll and get people to lean in and go, stop in the scroll and get, it's going to require movement-based messaging. I have gone deeper on this than anybody I know. Okay. What else is in here? How to carve a micro niche. How many of you would love to be the absolute best person at what you in your field? In this video, I'm going to show you on how you can be the best person immediately, because I'm going to show you how to create a niche so tight only you can fit inside of it. I just dropped some gold. I'm going to show you in this training alone, this is worth the entire price of admission, how to carve a niche so tight only you can fit inside. You'll never have competition again. You'll never have imposter syndrome. You'll never suffer from comparison, because you will create a game and a mechanism in a way where you serve a group of people so uniquely, nobody can do it like you do it. Right? This right here, I could break off and on its own easily sell for this investment of this program. How to create an amazing offer. Designing your challenge. All of this is in an amazing sequence as well. Truly step by step. Challenge content outline. What do you do in your challenge? How to fill your challenge. This is where all the free organic traffic training is, and some of the paid training. And then here's how you actually run your challenge. And then finally, when you do that, it's time to apply, get your award. My friends, I love my ClickFunnels awards. I love my 2 Comma Club awards. But if there's a better, I don't think there's a better award in our industry than the Crush It with Challenges award. Okay? When you get this award, okay, this is mine. It's fully built out. Okay? Yours will not look like this. Okay? When you order your award, and then Holly, let's get ready for some people on deck to talk about the program. When you get your award, it's going to look like this. It's just the base. Crushed It with Challenges. Just the base. It's got your name on it, okay? When you make your first $1,000, you let us know. Boom. Your $1,000 award goes right there. Right here. It's the first pillar. The first pillar. Then you do, and some of you are going to actually go right to 5 figures. Your first challenge, you're going to make 10,000. You're going to let us know. And then boom. Now you get the 1,000 and the 10,000. Can I tell you guys? And then when you do a $100,000 challenge, I've helped many. You get this award. Once you've crossed 7 figures, whoops, these are heavy. Whoops, oh my gosh, everything's breaking over here. Now break. Oh. These are real awards. You can hear this falling. Am I still on Zoom? Did I shut the Zoom?
No, you're still here.
Okay, no one got injured in the display of these awards. Thank God. Okay. When you do 7 figures in challenges, you get this one to add on this side. And then a $10 million award. Here's how cool this award is. Russell was like, dude, where's my award? I was like, oh, bro, sorry. My award only goes to 10 million. I got to go make $100 million one for you. But listen, how many of you are seeing a path to 6 figures with challenges, for even 7 figures? But can I tell you, my biggest desire for you guys, the most important award I have on this trophy is this $1,000 award. Because here's what I know to be true. If I can help you go from 0 to 1,000, it's over. It's a wrap. Your belief, your confidence. Once I help you use this framework to get your first $1,000 in revenue, going to 10, easy. 0 to 1 is where all the warfare, all the drama, all the heartache, all of the is from going to 0 to 1. And then once you do one challenge, and some of you guys are going to go to 10. But I can tell you this: if you can do 1, you can do 10. You can do 10. You can do 100. It's easier to go from 10 to 100. It's easier to go from 100 to 1,000,000. It's easier to go from 100 to 1,000,000, in my honest opinion, than to go from 0 to 1. That's why I am putting all of my effort with this to get as many of you guys from 0 to 1. And some guys go, Pedro, I've already done 1. I've already done 10. Okay. Are you doing it consistently? If not, let me help you do it consistently. Only in the marketing world do we have these shenanigans, you know? Here's what happens in the marketing world. Somebody does something to make $10,000 in 1 month for the first time. And then they start running ads advertising that they're going to help you make 6 figures doing the thing that they've only done once to make 10,000. But they're like, oh, well, if I made 10,000 this month, if I just do it 11 more times, that'll be over 100,000 for the year. So I'm going to just market that I have a 6-figure thing, even though they've not even made 6 figures. They've only made 10,000 once. I wish that was illegal. I wish there was I wish there was a way that there was I wish there was I wish we had fact checkers for online marketers. You guys would be shocked whose ads would no longer be running. So maybe you did something one time. Stephen and Chelsea Diaz did a webinar one time, made 30,000, and then couldn't make it work ever again until they came to the challenge model. And it went 30, 60, 100, 1 point, boom, 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 boom. Now, again, guys, I'm not here putting out numbers this is not hype. This is just showing you what's possible. I also have clients who did a challenge, the first challenge, and didn't make any money the first time. Made some tweaks, made money the second time, or they made $500, $1,000. Okay, so just real talk, guys. We have an amazing award. We want to see you guys grow from 1 to 10 to 100 to 1,000,000, and then go to Funnel Hacking Live, cross the stage get that 2 Comma Club award from Russell. Get that 2 Comma Club X award from Russell. Okay, so all right. So I know some of you guys are asking what's in the course. All right, Holly, you have a couple people who lined up who've been through the course a little bit.
JJ is ready to go.
Where's JJ? I haven't seen JJ.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey, bro, what's happening?
Oh man, I'm so fired up. Can you hear me? Okay.
You sound great. You've
Awesome.
already been in the course.
Yes, and actually, I was going to highlight that I'd done the micro niche last night. There was an hour-long lesson in there. You were talking with a lady about, she said one of her biggest competitors she thinks is Tony Robbins, and you talked with her about how finding her micro niche was can you see how now people would rather go to you than Tony Robbins? And I think for me that was, a mind-blowing moment. And I think that's the biggest thing that holds me back and other people that I know that are looking to go down this path. It's but there's so many people out there doing it already that are better than me with more experience. And I think that course alone, the 5-day challenge replays alone is worth the investment. But I think even just that inspiration of you can do this, you have people out there, you just got to micro niche and do the work and work through the worksheet, which is just incredible. So detailed and it's awesome. It's exciting. I still have to do the work of going through the full worksheet, but I've been watching the video already and it's been awesome.
Awesome.
So thank you. Thank you.
There's high praise for micro niche. Let's take a couple more, Holly, and that maybe they have in other parts of the program that they want to talk about.
Yeah, we're working on getting Genevieve.
Well, I think Kelly Zhu, I see
Hold up.
Did you go through the course a little bit? I can see Kelly. I don't know. I think her name jumped out. Was that you, Kelly? I can see you want to nod your head or say yes. Yeah. Awesome. Let me just get Kelly unmuted. Let me pin her.
Well, hold on, Pedro. We can't do that because we have an entire live stream.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
Yeah, we can't just do that.
All right, sorry. Hey, guys, see, when you see, sometimes, low tech is better. I can just unmute people hey, what's up? Let's have a party. We got to process.
So Genevieve is ready to go. And maybe it's not Genevieve. I'm not sure. We can ask her how to pronounce it, but I think
see Genevieve Brown.
There we go.
Awesome. Hey, Genevieve,
Hello.
what's happening?
Hi, it is Genevieve, just one V.
Hello.
Yeah,
have you already dove into the program a little bit?
Oh my gosh, I have. And I think my favorite part has been the worksheet, because the thing for me was, okay, I have this information that I want to share, but how do I share it in a way that makes sense and that's really going to flow and where I'm not trying to just an outline, trying to remember everything I know about it, but it's a framework where, okay, I'm building up on what I'm going to talk about, what the offers are. The movement messaging is amazing. I'm so excited. This is incredible. And I'm a little bit like the last speaker where she talked about trying, I think 13 years. And it's been about 13 years and I left my job and have been trying to make this thing work. And so I know that this is what I'm called to do. And I can't even express how happy I am and how excited I am about this and to dive right in and get started. So thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. Well, congratulations on saying yes to get started. Okay. I'm sure. Hey, real quick while we got you, Genevieve, what was it easy for you? Did you kind of just see it right away and jump in, or what did you have to kind of get through a few? Was there any kind of thoughts or anything that you had to kind of work through to get here, or was it just an easy right away yes for you?
So it was, only because this is going to sound a little crazy, but I have been speaking to imaginary audiences for years and having no idea where it would go, but it's just something that I just, there's information I want to share because I like helping people. That's my professional life. And, I work in the helping field, and you see so many challenges, so many issues, and things will just come to me and I'll just start talking about it, just talking about it and talking about it, never having any idea how I would ever do that. It was just kind of like, what I like to do. But when I saw this opportunity, I knew that the Lord brought me to this for a reason. And it was just amazing. It's kind of like, Lord, okay, that's what all this has been for. And so I'm just, no, don't get me wrong. There's still some trepidation there. There's still some, okay, you're going to go live. You're going to have these conversations. You're going to have this discussion. You're going to talk to people, be vulnerable, all of that. That's still there, but I'm not going to let it stop me, right? You've been talking about faith. And one of the things that I keep calling to mind is greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. So I know that greatness is in me, and I'm going to just work through it to get it out.
So real quick, Genevieve, you're saying that one of your fears is kind of being on camera and talking on camera.
Yeah. I'm doing it now. I know.
Okay, watch this. Watch this real quick. Would you guys in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, be honest. Be honest. This is not time. This is not time just to be nice. I'm not asking you to be nice. I'm asking you to be honest. On a scale of 1 to 10, on-camera presence, on-camera presence, speaking on camera presence, 1 to 10, honest feedback for Genevieve. Honest feedback. Genevieve, are you seeing the chat right now?
Wow.
Are you seeing the chat right now?
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's amazing. I'm getting a little emotional right here. That's
I'm glad
amazing.
you're getting emotional. I'm getting very emotional, and this is not even me. I'm over here about to cry. Listen, what's crazy about these last 5 days and 2 hours and 6 days, this may have been my favorite moment in the last 6 days.
Thank you guys so much. You have no idea what that just did for me.
And you think Genevieve's the only one? You think Genevieve's the only one? She's over here questioning, doubting, all these fears. She's amazing on camera. Incredible on camera. Presence, everything. I can listen to you all day, Genevieve.
Oh my goodness.
So you think she's the only one that's over here having all these thoughts of insecurity and inadequacy, and she turns on her camera and goes, hey, I'm afraid of doing this. And I'm like, why? You're amazing. And then she goes, oh, Pedro, you're just being nice. Well, then I tell thousands of people, hey, don't be nice. Tell the truth. And then it's just 10, 100, 8, 9, 9.5, 8.5, 8. I didn't see one number less than 8. My friends, I don't even know what to say at this point. This was one of the greatest gifts we could have all had here today. You have stories that you're telling yourself. You have lies you're believing about why you can't, why you shouldn't. And they're all lies. They're holding you back. It's all make-believe. And I just would love to give you guys a chance to invite you into a journey, just to go on an adventure to see what you're truly capable of. I'm just telling you guys, you have no idea what you're capable of. I shared vulnerably, I think in the VIP, I'll share here. I mean, 12, 13 years ago, I was coming off a horrific multiple 7-figure business failure. I had never failed in my life. Good grades in school, went to a good college, got a good job, got married, bought a house. Every year made more money, boom, 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 up, 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 up. And then in my mid-30s, had just an epic, colossal Crash and burn. 3 years depressed. 3 years begging God to not let me wake up. Convinced I had no value for this world. My wife, no, my kids, convinced I was good for nothing, done, take me out of here. 12, 13 years later, turns out I was wrong. Looks like a lot of people have been able to take some value from my life. Turns out I wasn't very good at assessing the actual value I possessed. Turns out I was horrible at that, quite. I'm just going to encourage you guys today to understand, if you're going to doubt anything, doubt your doubt. If you're going to question anything, question your ability to actually know what you're capable of. Because I would say most of you, like myself, are grossly underestimating who you are and what you can do. What you probably are missing is a framework, a process, and some people to do it with. And that's why, my friends, I'm inviting you to join us in the Challenge Secrets Masterclass.com/special. Go, take it for a test drive. Literally, you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. There's, a full 30-day money-back guarantee on this. Take yourself for a test drive. Forget test driving Mercedes and forget going for a test drive of your dream car. How about test driving a dream life? How about test driving who you can become in the next 30 days that will buy all the cars and the houses and do all that stuff? ChallengeSecretsMasterclass.com/special is where you go. If you're like, all right, Pedro. Genevieve, have I ever met you in my life?
No, I'd never heard of you before this challenge.
Did we set this call up? Hey, Genevieve, are you going to say this? I'm going to say this. And then you're going to cry, and I'm going to cry. Is this some big orchestrated maneuver to pull on people's heartstrings? Yes or no?
Not at all.
Just want to make sure. There's always some cynical people out there. Like, oh, I bet he set this up. No, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. My friends, the knock is at the door. For Genevieve, she says it's God knocking. For some of you, it's the universe. For some of you, you feel like, well, Pedro, I don't believe in anything. Well, then it's Pedro knocking. You should believe in me. I'm right. I'm with you all week. I'm real. Then I'm knocking on your door saying, let's go. You ready to come out and play? You ready to come out and play? You ready to kind of see what you can do? Let's go. Let's go. It's going to be fun. You're safe with us. We got you. And again, like I said today, I can tell you what it's going to cost. It's only going to cost $397 to get started. What I can't tell you is what it's going to cost you not to do this. I can't tell you what it'll cost you not. That's that movie we watch later, and that movie is called Regret. I can't tell you what it will cost you not to do this. Many of you that are on the fence have not done that math. You've seen Russell and me draw out the math on doing a challenge, and if you get 3 people to come in and only one of them buys, and you've seen the math on that. If you're on the fence, I wonder, have you done the math on what it will cost you to not do it? How many more days, weeks, months delayed in launching your business, launching your offers, growing your company, growing your thing? We had a lady who came into our program. She waited to the last minute. And some of you guys will do this. And that's, God bless you. It's all good. I'd rather you be here than not be here. But some of you guys wait till the clock is at 11:59.48 seconds, and you push the button right before midnight. And I just don't understand that, because I like to sleep. I go to bed at 8 o'clock. So I don't stay up to midnight for New Year's Eve, much less to buy something I could have bought when I was awake. But some of you for whatever reason, like to suffer all the way, suffer, like back and forth and just delay until the final last minute. And then, okay, so there was a lady that did that a couple of years ago. Starts running challenges, starts doing well. Husband gets laid off from his job. She's like, Pedro, do you understand? Had I not stepped forward and learned challenges and launched my challenge-based business, when my husband got laid off, it didn't matter. I didn't know I even needed a plan. When she joined our program, she didn't even know that she needed a plan B because her plan A was just fine. Her plan A was her husband and his job. She had no idea that this decision she was wrestling with, that she put off to the very last moment, would be the plan B that would become the plan A. And I think so often, guys, we sometimes have to be careful that we get a little bit prideful, a little bit arrogant, that we know the future, like, oh, I'm good. I've got this, I've got that. And I think wisdom would say, let's just be wise. Let's be wise. Let's build skill sets. Let's have options, and let's be prepared for whatever this world or economy might have to throw at us. So I can't think, Holly, of a better place for us to land the plane today. Genevieve, I want to thank you for coming on here. It's fair to say that we gave you a gift today. This community gave you a gift today.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
I also want to tell you that you gave all of us a huge gift today as well. So, my friends, well, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up our time here. Holly, let's put the slide up one last time. This is our final. This is it. There's no more bonus sessions, okay? There's no bonus to the bonus sessions, guys. This is the last time we are having an official session of any kind. This is our bonus session. We've been here answering questions. Maybe so just if there's any questions, any final questions, Hall, that you think I can just really burn through, I'm happy to do that. Guys, these trainings are up through the weekend. This offer is up through the weekend. And I think at this point now, my hope is that you've seen enough here to get a sense for who is Pedro really. Who is this guy really? What's this guy really about? What are challenges really? What can they do for me? And now I'm asking you to go find out who you are really by taking the next step with us to learn this. So challengesecretsmasterclass.com/special. You're going to get over $20,000 of value. You can start for the low price of just $397. You get my one-day workshop. It's a $5,000 workshop. You're going to get lifetime access to the recording of the workshop and the course that you just got outlined. You're going to get you heard JJ, I think, talk about the power of the worksheets, the offer worksheet, the micro niching worksheet, and trainings. Plus, you're going to get bonuses on how to get your people into your challenge for free. From Richmond, you're going to get John Park's paid traffic bonus as well. You're going to get Barry Baumgartner breaking down her 3-day virtual event model responsible for creating $1 billion+ of revenue since COVID with that framework. It's absolutely incredible. And then Russell threw in a couple of crazy bonuses. He's going to give you a deep dive presentation he did for his Inner Circle $50,000 mastermind. We broke down the Your First Funnel Challenge, design, strategy, numbers. I'm going to give you guys my ClickFunnels template on my 31-day wisdom challenge, which we've run now 4 years in a row. We've taken, I think, close to 200,000 people through that challenge. And we have an amazing new template we have for that. So when you are ready for a funnel, you'll have that template. And then I think that's it for the bonuses. Okay. So insane bonuses, guys. $397 to get started today, and a full 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So you can take this for a test drive. dive into the course, come to the workshop, give this a real go. And if you somehow you realize this is definitely not for me, I definitely am never going to want to do this ever again. This, I made a bad decision, then let us know. I don't think that's going to happen. And yet for some of you, it might be, and that's okay. We wanted to give you guys the peace of mind knowing that all the risks on us. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. And so hopefully, guys, can you put in the chat, was it helpful hearing from some of those case studies? Was that helpful? Was that helpful? If so, great. All right, guys. So you know what to do. ChallengeSecretsMasterclass.com/special is where you go to join us. We're going to be kicking this off here very, very soon. You'll have a chance to dive into the course. You do not have to watch the entire course or any of the course before our live workshop on Thursday. Don't have to. If you have some time, why not? I feel very good about the preparation I've put in you these last 5 days to make that one-day workshop all that you're going to need to come out with your challenge ready to go. How many of you would love, and just imagine how good it will feel to leave that day knowing you've got something that people are going to want to come to, fully mapped out, fully designed, ready to go. Guys, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So my friends, I'm going to sign off. Go have an amazing rest of your day. This will be our official last stream for the 5-day Challenge Secrets Masterclass. On behalf of Russell Brunson, the entire ClickFunnels team, on behalf of myself and my entire team, I want to thank you guys for being here. Enjoy the replays. Enjoy the training. It's going to be up here through Sunday. That is 2 full extra days. I have an echo, guys. That's 2 full extra days longer than what was promised. So we know many of you got busy, got tied up. So those replays are waiting for you on the replay page in the Facebook group. So take advantage of those. Watch them again. Of course, you're going to get access to all those recordings when you move into the intensive as well. So my friends, it's been an honor serving you. Love you guys so much. I'm a hugger. So if we weren't on Zoom, if we weren't in Facebook, I just would give you guys a real hug. And I just am believing the best for all of you coming into this next season. Hopefully I get to be a part of that journey and help you go do greater things in this world because you are the gift. You are the gift. You are the gift. My gift is I'm bringing my gift to you with this marketing system, this challenges. I'm bringing my gift to you and with hope that my gift unlocks your gift and helps you bring your gift. And however you can help people. And again, maybe you're helping people with someone else's stuff. Maybe right now you're helping people by having them run challenges or, with supplements or products or other things that you can do. So I can't wait to serve all of you. I'd love to serve all of you in this intensive. So ChallengeSecretsMasterclass.com/special is where you go. You get over $20,000 of value for this one time and truly one time only. Please, 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 guys, just trust me when I tell you the next time you see this offer, it will be for $6,000. So if you're a little bit like struggling to find the 397, just really being super straightforward, 6,000 is going to feel completely beyond out of reach. So I would encourage you guys, do the best you can to find a way into this. And I just absolutely don't think you're going to regret that at all. And if you do, we're giving you guys a full 30 days, take it for a test drive and see what's on the other side of your yes. You stepping forward and learning how to crush it with challenges. Love you guys so much. God bless. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the intensive. I'll see you live on Zoom Thursday, May 25th for our one-day deep dive. My friends, God bless. Take care. We'll see you next time.
A six-figure year to a six-figure month to a six-figure day.
$20,000.
About $71,000.
Numbers doubled in the challenge, you guys. 20,012 days.
As a result, I've been able to resign from my job. This is a marketing method that works and works rapidly.
The most revenue generated in our business in a 14-day period by a multiple of 10 up front. We had $1 million launch.
Listen, the challenge, I've been doing challenges for over a decade, but the way Pedro does them, I just adjusted my last challenge to model what Pedro does, right? Listen, again, over a decade of challenges, I adjusted and tweaked, followed his model. We had insane success. But here's the thing I want to share with you right now. The great thing about what Pedro teaches, and listen, if you feel a little like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, that's why you join a challenge like this. That's why you pay for speed. By getting next level education, you get the roadmap. Don't learn on through your own trial and error. Don't try to figure it out on your own. That takes too long. If you're ready for this, commit to it, take the action, gain the capabilities. If you're ready for another level, don't learn through your own trial and error. If you're ready to do a challenge, don't just fumble with it. Get to work with Pedro. Take action on whatever it is he has to offer. I don't say that about many people. If anybody knows me, I endorse very few people, but I got the chance to meet Pedro. I know his depth of caring, and I know his depth of knowledge, and I know his depth of results. When you combine those three, you're ready to do a challenge, he's your guy. You got a great leader right here, Pedro. He's got a great process. Believe me, I've been doing this for over 2 decades. I've been doing this longer than anyone. I dug through everything Pedro teaches, and it is absolutely brilliant. It's on point because it starts with the desire to serve. It starts with the desired impact. It starts with the desire to care and build relationships. And the byproduct of doing it right is next level success.
Pedro is an industry transformer. So if you're going to learn how to do challenges, you want to do it with someone that has a track record of doing it. If you needed to get brain surgery, would you want to go get, an operation like that from someone that just got out of medical school, or would you want it from someone who's done it, 10,000 times?
A six-figure year to a six-figure month to a six-figure day.
$20,000.
About $71,000.
Numbers doubled in the challenge, you guys. 20,012 days.
As a result, I've been able to resign from my job. This is a marketing method that works and works rapidly.
The most revenue generated in our business in a 14-day period by a multiple of 10 up front. We had $1 million launch.
Listen, the challenge, I've been doing challenges for over a decade, but the way Pedro does them, I just adjusted my last challenge to model what Pedro does, right? Listen, again, over a decade of challenges, I adjusted and tweaked, followed his model. We had insane success. But here's the thing I want to share with you right now. The great thing about what Pedro teaches, and listen, if you feel a little like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, that's why you join a challenge like this. That's why you pay for speed. By getting next level education, you get the roadmap. Don't learn on through your own trial and error. Don't try to figure it out on your own. That takes too long. If you're ready for this, commit to it, take the action, gain the capabilities. If you're ready for another level, don't learn through your own trial and error. If you're ready to do a challenge, don't just fumble with it. Get to work with Pedro. Take action on whatever it is he has to offer. I don't say that about many people. If anybody knows me, I endorse very few people, but I got the chance to meet Pedro. I know his depth of caring, and I know his depth of knowledge, and I know his depth of results. When you combine those three, you're ready to do a challenge, he's your guy. You got a great leader right here, Pedro. He's got a great process. Believe me, I've been doing this for over 2 decades. I've been doing this longer than anyone. I dug through everything Pedro teaches, and it is absolutely brilliant. It's on point because it starts with the desire to serve. It starts with the desire to impact. It starts with the desire to care and build relationships. And the byproduct of doing it right is next level success.
Pedro is an industry transformer. So if you're going to learn how to do challenges, you want to do it with someone that has a track record of doing it. If you needed to get brain surgery, would you want to go get, an operation like that from someone that just got out of medical school, or would you want it from someone who's done it, 10,000 times?
A 6-figure year to a 6-figure month to a 6-figure day.
$20,000? About $71,000.
Numbers doubled in the challenge, you guys. 20,012 days.
As a result, I've been able to resign from my job. This is a marketing method that works and works rapidly.
The most revenue generated in our business in a 14-day period by a multiple of 10 up front. We had $1 million launch.
Listen, the challenge, I've been doing challenges for over a decade, but the way Pedro does them, I just adjusted my last challenge to model what Pedro does, right? Listen, again, over a decade of challenges, I adjusted and tweaked, followed his model. We had insane success. But here's the thing I want to share with you right now. The great thing about what Pedro teaches, and listen, if you feel a little like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, that's why you join a challenge like this. That's why you pay for speed. By getting next level education, you get the roadmap. Don't learn on through your own trial and error. Don't try to figure it out on your own. That takes too long. If you're ready for this, commit to it, take the action, gain the capabilities. If you're ready for another level, don't learn through your own trial and error. If you're ready to do a challenge, don't just fumble with it. Get to work with Pedro. Take action on whatever it is he has to offer. I don't say that about many people. If anybody knows me, I endorse very few people, but I got the chance to meet Pedro. I know his depth of caring, and I know his depth of knowledge, and I know his depth of results. When you combine those three, you're ready to do a challenge, he's your guy. You got a great leader right here, Pedro. He's got a great process. Believe me, I've been doing this for over 2 decades. I've been doing this longer than anyone. I dug through everything Pedro teaches, and it is absolutely brilliant. It's on point because it starts with the desire to serve. It starts with the desire to impact. It starts with the desire to care and build relationships. And the byproduct of doing it right is next level success.
Pedro is an industry transformer. So if you're going to learn how to do challenges, you want to do it with someone that has a track record of doing it. If you needed to get brain surgery, would you want to go get, an operation like that from someone that just got out of medical school, or would you want it from someone who's done it, 10,000 times?